everything's going well for y'all. And just touching in, as I told y'all in my last videos, we've been witnessing a lot of surge in homicides. And just yesterday in Buffalo, you got this wannabe, I guess, white supremacist. Ain't no supremacy about white people in this country. So just take that clause out. And if you're offended by what I said, well, don't be, because I think the greatest failure of this country was not telling white people the true history about their ancestors in this country, and how they were cannibals at some time and point in this country, and how they are just inferior as the people they consider inferior, especially when it comes to labor, economics, and overall just social activities. But I'm not here to just point out everybody's imperfections, because we all got that. But what happened in Buffalo, my people been screaming this for time immemorial in this country, on how white people feel like they are native to this land, and they not, and they feel like everybody else is immoral. So what do? They do stuff like this. This all could have been avoided many, many years ago. You know what I'm saying? That's why we always say, you need to reparate the Native Black Americans in this nation. So that way, economically, we can build the way we want to. We don't have to be involved with any interaction with other races, especially the white people that don't want us. We don't want to partake with y'all either. You know what I'm saying? I like my neighborhood. I like being with my people. You know what I'm saying? But I can blend with any and everybody. It don't even matter. That's how mentally we have been um, taught to be able to be for your people, but yet still always like want to look out for other people too. Like, and you know what I'm saying? I got no problem like with other races, white people. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, anybody that got like a good heart. You know what I'm saying? And they're just trying to like do for good things for people, man. You can't do nothing but respect that. But when you go in and the dude went up here to a grocery store, bro. You see the people that he took out? These are people that are seniors, man. That ain't got nothing to do about nothing. Seniors. You didn't go into O Block. You know what I'm saying? You didn't go into South Dallas. You didn't go into South Central LA. You didn't go where there might be some hostile activity back at you for doing that. The dude went in a grocery store, bro. A grocery store. And yeah, there's been mass shootings going on everywhere. I don't care. Even within our community, it's been mass shootings with our own people that's been going on. But look at the dynamics of this. This dude streamed this. I don't know if this is psyops, but allegedly, I feel like the CIA may be intertwined in all of this, because the CIA was set up just to intermingle and stop productivity of the Native Black Americans in this country. They seen that as linking together and fighting for our rights, man. They had to infiltrate. And again, why would you go all the way up to Buffalo, man? You was in Yonkers. You know what I'm saying? You went all the way up to Buffalo with tactical gear. Tactical, keep that in mind, tactical. So you got some military influence somewhere in his community of people that he be with, to get tactical gear and to have something as deadly as what he had to shoot. So the major conflation here is that white people need to know more about their history in this country, and how they came to be this main faction. Now, when you think of the word American, do you think of me? You see a person like that look like me when you hear that word American? They say I'm an American. Who you think that who you think they're referring to when they say American? How do you would you envision me as the face of America? Or would you picture somebody, with stringy hair and recessive skin and, red, white, and blue, a caricature like that, right? With a finger pointing at you. You would see that right as an American, right? But what if I told you before they were Americans, they were from another nation? So what were they then? And then overall, you pass laws throughout your government to criminalize the very existence. And that's why you call us black people. We're not black, melanated. Let me show you black. See that? See that tip? See that? See that? Hold on. Put that to me. You, do I match that color in something? Now look at that. Black, brown. So you use that term to criminalize. You gotta look at the definition of black. You gotta look at the definition of white. And that's just a political status, those terms there. And with those political status, you can legalize those and then make laws behind those. And you don't have to put in the specific color, but you can put in the intentions behind every word in that law. Y'all remember the Dred Scott case? If you don't, do the research on Dred Scott. Or white people want to know you a little bit about your history. Want you read a People's History of the United States? That might give you a little synopsis on how it came to be. Aryans. Aryans is Persian actually. So anybody white calling themselves Aryans is saying they're Persian. So you need to go to Iran. Because you're saying Aryan, so you need to go to Iran because that's what area started from. Aria, I believe, something like that. Also in 1609 and 1610, when people from Europe came over here in this land, they were in tatters and eating carcasses. And this is all proven and factual. I ain't got time to bring up no stats or nothing like that. I'm saying all this to say this. If y'all think we fear white people, no. Because if we was just as savage as white people, it would probably be an even playing field out here. But most of us got like compassion and respect and have a conscience. And we try to think of our actions if we were to do harm to people before it happened because we know that karma exists and what you put out can come back whichever way form that it can affect you. I don't condone like shooting people up. I ain't no pacifist either, but it tells you don't be a doormat to nobody. And if a brother was to go and walk inside a grocery store and maim and deaden citizens who are just living their daily lives, then you know how the most evident destruction in America works, which is the media. This will be non-stop. The damn face will be plastered everywhere. You don't really see this dude face too much. You'll show the police. They'll show pictures of the police and all of that, and the store and all of that. Why they ain't showing this man face and putting all these little crazy, demeaning headlines under his face like they do somebody? If I would have done what this man have done, you will see my face, and then you'll see a bunch of demeaning titles under that. Man, a black man goes and kills 10 white people because he hates white people and he has the word cracker on his barrel of his gun and he streamed it. Man, the whole video, they would like nonstop play that um to put it in your eyes how terroristic. Look at this terrorist. That dude's a terrorist. He ain't no white supremacist. He is a terrorist. I need y'all to say that with me. The dude that went in there and shot up that the dude, the supermarket in Buffalo, New York, is a terrorist. Don't give him that title, white supremacist. Ain't no fucking white supremacist. Ain't no such thing. Where you from? If you're a white supremacist, you must be from a land that's only where you hail. You can't be. I don't believe in no white supremacy. Ain't no such thing. Because again, when you know the history of white people and how they established themselves in their nation, ain't nothing suprematic about mauling people. Ain't nothing suprematic about diseasing people. Ain't nothing suprematic about writing laws and telling people after the fact, after slavery, you still terrorize these people. You then have the audacity to say, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Um, uh, you know, United Nations, the Native Black Americans' human rights here have been violated, and yet you have sat on your behind and done nothing but get on the camera and say something. Y'all know that United States was very instrumental in reparating the Jews. France, they made France reparate the Jews. They made Germany. But yet, what do they call the neighborhoods where we lived at in America? Ghettos. Ghetto, Spanish word or Italian word for where they put Jews, concentrated areas. So who the real Jews? Hebrews, tribes. They say that this is all going to turn around. And I know over here in America, a lot of people don't respect Native Black Americans, which we don't quite thank you care because we seen y'all communities. We seen how y'all live in y'all areas. And how dare y'all try to come over here and disrespect us. People like me know the truth and the history and know how y'all operate. Now, we over here, we work, pay taxes, you know what I'm saying, raise our children to be notable and respectable. We not no villains, criminals. There's a system over here that will tell you different. But we are not afraid of white people with tactical gear because we strapping up too, boy. Yeah. But we ain't gonna do nothing like what this dude did. But we will protect ourselves though. And it's gonna get to the point to where we ain't gonna know the difference between friendly or foe with white people. So establish yourselves now. Because it seems like these people that hate us are begging for a war with us. And I'm calling on my brothers to turn the gun away from your fellow brother now. Aim it on the real enemy. That's what you can do right now. Get it off your own brother. Aiming at these real. I told y'all, I've been telling y'all on my videos, bro, what they trying to do, what they about. Wait. So yeah, you see the title of my headline. Is the CIA involved in this? What y'all think? Have y'all ever noticed that with all these homicides going on, y'all ain't never seen no commercials on TV? Somebody, y'all calm down with the homicides, y'all. Put the guns down, y'all. You know, you ain't never seen none of your politicians run an ad on these billboards. Somebody, nah, man, put the guns down, y'all. Love each other. All this media. Y'all ain't never seen that? Tell me if y'all seen any of these major commercials or TV talking about, man, let's put the gun down, let's love each other. You won't see it. Because again, if you know the history of this nation, you'll know that there's one specific group of people that feel like they are the monarchs, the ultimate people of this land. And no, the natives that was over here taught people that came over here on boats and tethers how to survive. They killed them off because they were nice and respectful. They even gave them women to mate with so they can have offspring. It slaughtered them. And when they killed them off, they were cannibals. They were digging up carcasses out of the ground to survive. And you can research this in Jamestown, how the settlers there were eating carcasses. So I don't believe in white supremacy when you know the history. That dude wrote nigger on his gun. Okay, nigger. That's a Derision of the word negus, which is Amharic from sovereign ruler, king. So if you think about it, even though it's a bad word when y'all trying to call somebody a nigger, history, you're really calling them a negus. This is why it's important for white people to learn their history. I promise you it is. And then that way you can stop with the confusion. Because we're getting tired of, oh, y'all always talking about color in the race. Y'all put all the race card. Man, do y'all know that it was the elites, aristocratic people that started calling people white? Not black people didn't start that. They want Catholics and all that started that colorism stuff. So we not black. Look at me, I'm brown, but I'm melanated. I can be in the sun all day. Really can't. But you shouldn't because, protect yourself. But about this dude that went up there again to even 300 miles just to kill defenseless brothers and sisters. And I'm calling all my brothers and sisters, call to action, up in arms, protect your neighborhoods, walk around the neighborhoods with your weapons, or just be diligent in your neighborhood and protect the women, protect the little kids, watch the little kids. If they at the park, y'all need to be at the park with them. If y'all go to the store, y'all need to go to the store together and be keenly looking out for anything that look crazy. You let other people know, man, hey man, look at that dude right there. Coming in with a trench coat. Nah, man, keep an eye on him. Nah, everybody, you see that dude right there? Keep an eye on him. Hey, you see that dude right there? He ain't looking right. Keep an eye on him. That way y'all got a whole community of people already watching. Somebody you might touch the right one. If something does happen, you already know. Foul. Isolate that. Protect your peoples. My peoples. Come together. Now's the time. Now's the time, more than ever, to put away our differences for major, major, major conglomeration. So that way we can isolate any of these type of things, and they'll never happen again. We can continue to say that we shall overcome, and we will. But now it's time for us to take a stand on where we at now, so then we can get to the other side. Chime in, let me know what y'all think. Do y'all feel like the CIA isn't involved in this? Because it sure seems like there's something sanctioned. It's so timely and so coordinated and unexpected. And all you got is the most evident destruction in America to tell you what's going on. That's the only thing you got. Everything is controlled by what? Man, come on. But to all these white wannabe, you know, hell, what's that dude name? They be saying hell Huga, whatever this is they be saying. Um, cut it out, man. Just cut it out. Y'all not Aryans. Y'all not some super race. Y'all not the most smartest people. That's all been proven. You're just like everybody else. The only thing is that you're just perhaps more brutal in killing people and being okay after the fact. If you kill somebody right now in cold blood, you will probably be like, oh snap, and you'll probably be seeing all kind of stuff, and your conscience will nag at you all day, all night. Some people have a good way of just doing away with that. That's why they're able to do what they do. The mere thought of me want to take out 10 white people just because they white, it's kind of like stupid to me. Um, you know what I'm saying? But to take out 10 white people because I found out that they are going to try to kill my family and they already got the coordinates and the guns to do so, and I get to drop on them, yeah, yeah. That's called standing your ground. So, again, white people, y'all need to start calling out your own white people about their bullshit ass behavior and their way of thinking. Do we got a lot of crime going on in our neighborhoods? Absolutely. And I'm telling my people to cut it out. But there's a lot of crime in other people's communities too that don't get called out by their own people. And when y'all hear, and another thing, I'll give you an example, right? I was working a marketing assignment with this company. It was up in New York, actually, New York City. The dude I was working for said, "Hey man, after you done, come hang out with us. Me and my fellow dude, we're gonna be at this pub, this Irish pub." So I'm already knowing how pubs be, cause in Austin, there's one club called the Blind Pig or some shit like that in Austin on Sixth Street. They wouldn't even let me in the club, talking about I got on sagging pants. Man, I had on khakis, just regular fitted khakis. So that already gave me a reaction. They talking about I couldn't, but there's a white dude in there sagging. Come on, bro. I wasn't tripping. I'll let that slide. But in this pub in New York, I forget where it was. There was the supervisor I working for, and then there was his friend, right? So we just chatting, whatever. So my supervisor gets up, uses the restroom or does something, right? So this dude, he says he's Irish, and we have a conversation, man. All of a sudden, he bring up about slavery and black people need to get over it. Where the fuck did that come from? I'm sorry, this is live. It was supposed to be for kids, but where did that come from? Man, we in here. I'm just having a conversation with you about whatever. You want to bring that up? So I said, man, what about the Irish and the English? Don't y'all got some beefs there? Then they used to beat up on y'all. Yeah, but he quickly, tried to downtrack that though. Talking about, but yeah, let's just get over it because it happened so long ago. But where did that come from, bro? Why that's on your mind when you see me? I ain't say shit about nothing. But see, this is the type of shit we have to deal with when we're around white people. That old bullshit. Oh, do you know how to swim and shit? So I comes on black, bitch. I probably outswim your punk ass in the lake. Bullshit. So understand, y'all always love talking about yeah, it ain't about color or race, but first ones to bring it up though. The first ones. And when it's fitting for you, they about to build a museum in Fort Worth, an African American museum in Fort Worth. Why white people upset about that? When 85% of the fucking art in the museums is white. Why y'all upset about that? Come on, man. Anytime y'all hear the word black, why y'all get so infleshed and upset behind? Y'all the one that been perpetrating this word for the past, I don't know, 400 years now. The first one to be talking about, oh, you're talking about the race card. Be the first ones to be pulling up race. So, in other words, black people, we don't have a problem with race. We know who we are. We know who we are. It is white people that don't know who they are in this nation. And I encourage you to read some of the history of white people in this nation. It'll help you understand the brutality they've been perpetuating for so long. But under the guise of, oh no, we ain't been doing that. No, forget about it, get over it. Well, they still perpetuating it. Why is it when you go watch a movie, y'all tell us to get over slavery, right? But why is they still making movies about it? 12 years a slave. But y'all telling us to get over slavery. Y'all still making movies about it. And at the end, who's the hero? The white man. Why don't y'all make a movie about the KKK? The origin of that. Why don't they make movies about that? White people in their primitive state. You'll never see that. Because they want to perpetuate that white people is just these saints and don't do nothing wrong. Nah, man. Come on. If y'all can point out our imperfections, black on black crime and all that, man, put the spotlight on y'all, what y'all do too. That way it can be an even perspective on things. And then maybe you come up with some solutions. That dude that went up there to Buffalo, he didn't go by himself. He had instructions. Who he getting his instructions from? The CIA? Think about that. Who did he get instructions from? Who he been listening to? What meetings he been going to? They said he been threatening schools. Why y'all didn't take this dude down? Oh no, because he one of y'all. Y'all let him make it. And don't get it misconstrued. There's a lot of them people that think the way this dude think inside your government offices, making laws as we speak. Don't get it twisted. They are in those offices right now. The way the dude that he think they in your government offices right now, signing laws, creating laws. Promise you that. So let's continue to have this conversation about this alleged. I laugh every time I hear that word with white supremacy. The great replacement. Man, nobody replacing white people. Ain't white people like 60% of the population in the United States? Ain't nobody replacing y'all, bro. Y'all call us the minority. Huh? We the minority. Right? Ain't nobody replacing you. But what's gonna be replaced is the way of thinking that white people are this supremic race of people. No, y'all just normal people like everybody else. Hey man, I got a nose, I got eyes, I got eyebrows. Don't you got the same thing? Does your eyebrows glow or shoot out beams or some shit? Well, mine don't either. So guess what? We on the same level. Now, mentally, wisdom and knowledge You can variate from there. Wisdom and knowledge, there's levels to that. But to to say, because you are recessive skin, that makes you supremic overall, then what does that mean exactly? What you supremic at? Is you supremic at killing people? Is you supremic at bringing people together? You supremic at building communities? What are you supremic at? So if anybody can say they're a white supremacy, but what are you supremic at? What is it? Oh, you know how to type on the computer. Okay, cool. A lot of people know how to, oh, you know how to build a rocket. Okay, big deal. Many people know how to do that. Hell, if you put me in a damn institution where I could learn how to build rockets for about 10 years, I probably learn how to build a rocket too. It's just where you at when you trying to learn stuff. That don't make me supremic though. When we say black power, that ain't about oh we hate white people. Black power don't mean we hate white people. Black power mean brothers and sisters. I love y'all. And when I say I love y'all, that's power in those words. So black power is love. You know what I'm saying? White power, y'all don't say just white power like, hey, white power, like, you know what I'm saying? Love, brother, love, sister. No, white power, y'all is like kill everybody that ain't white. Hell Hugo. We don't be tripping on that. But when we say something like black, oh, why is it about color? But yet this dude went up there to Buffalo and killed people that look like me. So that's why it's about black power. For us to come together and address these things and not be afraid to talk about this stuff and stand up for who we are. And again, I'm telling my brothers to turn the gun from us and put it on the real enemies that really want us dead, as you can see. Them dudes not playing. You know, he got more people. He ain't the only one. He had coordinates. There's many of them sitting around waiting for the real call. Then they gonna come out full fledged. Think I'm lying. That's why we gotta be prepared. They not white supremacy. They ain't no supremic about being white. Because again, I'm calling out white people to do some research on your own people in this nation. You'll see the things they done to come into this supremacy allegedly. Ain't nothing supremic about it. You gotta be real carnage to do what they did to get into the place they are in. Again, let me give you an example. If you kill somebody right now, right? If I was a black person, I walked in a shopping center and killed 10 white people, bro, they would plaster my face all over. I would be, and they'll have all kind of headlines, you know what I'm saying, demeaning me and calling me all, you know what I'm saying? We barely see this dude's face, but you'll see the grocery store, you'll see the cops, you see the aftermath. You don't see this dude's face. Why? They want to protect that image of white people can do no wrong, even though when they do wrong. How many times we seen this? A black person killed like 3 other black people. Chicago, man, the fucking comments be lighting up with all kind of BLM and all that, right? Why we ain't seeing no comments about this dude? You barely seeing it because they want to protect that image. So the media, the most evident destruction in America, is also a proponent of this white supremacy. Have y'all noticed that? They don't even try to talk bad about this dude. And the thing is about replacement of white people. Why is it every time I read the stats in America, they say white people 70% the majority? So who was replacing white people? We people like us, we only like 12% if the stats is right. So we not trying to replace y'all, obviously. So get out of that psychology that Everybody trying to replace y'all, man. Y'all be thinking like we ain't over here struggling. Man, we be going through the most. We just trying to survive, bro. I don't know what y'all be on over there. We trying to thrive and live. That's what I'm saying. Reparate the Native Black Americans. I appreciate everybody that clocked in, man. Checking out the live, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just calling out this shooting, man. And I'm asking, does the CIA have a part in this? That's all. I'm just, but this is an alert. Could be a psyops. But to all the people that lost their lives and the families of those people, man, I love y'all. And to the white people that did get killed, I love y'all too. Like I said, I ain't got no hate for no white people. But if you don't like me, I don't like you either. If you hate me, shit, or vice versa. But the only difference is I ain't too much worried about you. I ain't trying to be in your area. If I don't like somebody, if I, like you know what I'm saying, if you hate somebody, let me ask y'all this: if you hated somebody, right, really didn't like them, would you avoid them people at all costs, or would you go to where they at and then like, oh, I just hate y'all? Which one would you do? Because I'm like the first one. If I didn't like somebody, the way my mind think, I'm trying to avoid y'all at all costs. You know what I'm saying? If I do have to intermingle, then I'm wise enough to, say, you know what, if it's for business purposes, and really it ain't to the point where it's life or death, shit, do I really not like you? No, it's just your mind state and how you think about somebody causes you to build a perception. So in America, there's a perception that black people are lazy and we don't work in life and we don't build and yada yada yada. Are y'all familiar with Tulsa, Oklahoma? 1921, Greenwood Avenue, also known as the Black Wall Street. Businesses, communities, prosperity, economic stimulus. If you don't research the Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Greenwood, it's a vibrant community there, right? Somehow they said a white dude was shot and all hell broke loose. Man, they deputized like 300 white people to be deputies. And they went into that neighborhood and killed anything moving. So when they say that black people are entitled, we need to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. I laugh at that too, because white people have been reparated in this country. They were even in the Midwest. They gave people land out there in the Midwest because there wasn't nobody out there. I believe like in the 30s or something like that. They gave them land to build out there, man. Don't talk to us about like, man, y'all have plenty of head starts in this country to be able to grow, be able to make mistakes, be able to perform and perfect yourselves for centuries. This is why you're in the position that you're in. When they outlawed slavery, because they never like made it illegal, they just said, "Nah, don't do it in front of the cameras." When black people was building their communities, who came in there and destroyed and made life miserable for my ancestors? Those white people that didn't have nothing for themselves. Those white people that didn't want to see people be able to be prosperous. They made Negro acts and all of that, where if it was 7 black people, it had to be 1 white person there. You couldn't kiss in public if you was black. If you had a wife, you couldn't kiss. You had to fucking put your eyes down when a white person walked by you and what I call you boy and all kind of gal and nigga and all this other stuff. You had to sit there and take it. No, we ain't that generation. Nah, we use that. I use that from what my people's been through. That you try to tell me to forget about and get over with, and remind you motherfuckers that we gonna always remember. And I'm gonna look you in your eyes with um I'm gonna look you in your eyes, man. When you look into my eyes, you're gonna see that. You're gonna feel that. You're gonna know that. So don't ever tell my people shit about getting over nothing when y'all still talking about white supremacy. Why don't y'all get over the fucking fact that y'all not white supremacists? That you're not supremic. Get over that. Get over the Holocaust then. That's the fucking get over that. But y'all never say that, do you? So don't ever tell my people to get over what we've been through in this country and worldwide. You got companies like Hershey over there enslaving little kids in Africa so they can pull out the cocoa and all of that, and the cobalt in the mines. $1 trillion company off the backs of little kids in the continent of Africa. Yeah. Reparate my peoples, man. Oh, Chase Bank. You sorry bastards. I went in there trying to get an account with Chase Bank, man. Try to give me a secondary account and said I needed permission to get my money out. But yet, Chase Bank, your parent company, has been profiteering off of slavery. They probably still are right now. So yeah, I'm calling you out. Wachovia, USA Today, all you proponents of your white supremacy joke of a system that y'all trying to perpetuate. Reparate my people. Have y'all seen what happens when a dog get back into a corner after a round? He gonna just let leash out an attack, whether it causes him his life or not. But one thing you gonna do is you gonna feel that dog. You gonna feel his power, even if it costs his life. But the fact that he does that means that he's gonna make a statement to where you don't ever, ever in your life back another dog into a corner. So I'm out. All you alleged jokester white supremacies, man, cut it out, losers. Go get a real job.